Hello, everyone. Welcome to another amazing segment of the Black Girl Heal Her series. We are in our series, our healing journey for the month of September. I hope that you all have enjoyed the episodes thus far. If you missed any, make certain you go back and you catch the replay so you are up to speed. Remember, we've got our third annual The Black Girl Heal Her Virtual Summit coming up, so you don't want to miss a moment of it. Make certain you have hit subscribed. Make certain you have turned on those notifications so you will be alerted every time we've got an amazing episode coming up. But tonight, I want to introduce you all to someone very, very near and dear to my heart. I want you all to give a warm welcome to my cousin, Miss Jasmine Knight. Come on to the stage. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you so very much for your yes, for joining us here on the Black Girl Heal Her series. Now, I know bits and pieces about you, but please introduce yourself to the people.
Of course. Well, I am Jasmine. I'm a first-time mom to my baby boy Zayden, and I'm the creator of the Unveiled Mom. It first started off as a blog, and then I kind of just expanded it to different products and my very first book, which is called Surviving Postpartum. And it's a
Yes.
book I wrote to help moms feel seen, heard, and supported. And I'm also getting into making videos of my everyday life just to kind of show the non-aesthetic, the non-perfect side of motherhood because you can love motherhood but also be like, I just want to disappear for 24 hours. So that's kind of where am right now, just kind of showing the different sides of motherhood.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, we've got to dive into it. And first of all, Zayden is just probably one of the cutest little babies I've ever seen. He is just so precious. But as I mentioned, we're cousins, like we're for real family. Um, but there's a part of you that I didn't know, right? And as the older cousin, I actually feel a little, and I'm going to use this term very, very lightly. I feel a little bad that I wasn't totally in the know when you were going through your journey. And that's one of the reasons why I just feel like starting this open communication, like having these types of conversations, are really crucial for everyone's healing journey. And so you were actually going through some things with your pregnancy or after you had the baby that I was not aware of, or at the very least, the severity of it. Can you walk us through either when, if it started during the pregnancy or thereafter? Like, so bring us back onto your timeline as to when this all began with you.
Yeah, so first I'll say my pregnancy, it was smooth. The only thing that hurt was near like the third trimester when your body is just completely done. Delivery safe. I had a great team. But then when you come home, you and your partner is just y'all two.
Mhm.
So everything started for me after delivery of my son. So you come home, it's just you. It's like I'm a new mom, he's a new dad. We're all trying to figure everything out, but you're also healing. Like
Mhm.
whether you had a C-section, um, a tear. I had a second degree tear, so I'm healing through that as well. But then also learning how to be a mom. So for my journey, people only really talk about, oh, the baby blues or whatever. So I started off with the baby blues, where it's just, I don't want to say I didn't have any feelings, but it's just like you can just cry or you're just sad, but you don't really know why you're sad or
Mhm.
all of this. So mine started off with baby blues, and then I talked to my doula. She's like, okay, well, you're in the baby blues stage. If it goes any longer than maybe a week or two, then you might be into the postpartum depression stage. And that's exactly what happened to me. I went to the baby blues. I went to the postpartum depression stage. I talked to my son's pediatrician. I talked to my doula. And I mean, of course, they was like, okay, well, here's some meds. I was like,
Mhm.
I don't want to take any meds. One, because when I was working, I worked in clinical trials, so I read up on the
Mhm.
medications. I'm just not going to take something, and it was a new drug at that time. I can't remember the name of the drug off the list
True.
I had, but it's like, okay, well, you're giving me this drug. It's a new drug. And okay, well, send me all the information on it. And I did my own research on it and looked at like the clinical trials. What groups did they test, etc. And there's
Mhm.
really not much information that they could provide for me because I was also exclusively breastfeeding. My child stopped taking a bottle at 2 months. So on top of healing, on top of being the only person that can feed my child,
Mhm.
and then now baby blues has turned into postpartum depression. It's just like, okay, it's just so much at once. And then now you're giving me a drug or
Mhm.
wanting me to take a drug that there's no studies on if it's going to pass through the milk to my baby. I was
Yes.
like, I'm not going to take it. So I literally had to navigate baby blues, postpartum depression, just essentially just letting it run its course.
Mhm.
I talked to my partner a lot more. I didn't even bring my mom and dad in really until we were all together one day. And I think, you're just in the moment, you're in the vibe, you're just talking, then click, I'm just zoned out. And then my dad just looks over at me. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, mm. I just was honest. I was like, no, not
Mhm.
really. And then
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, I can tell because I could see it in your eyes. So I guess I was there, but my eyes did something. I don't know what it
Mhm.
did. And then they asked my partner what was going on. And so we all just kind of had like a conversation about like postpartum depression. What are the signs to look for? Jasmine talk, but my parents also know me.
Mhm.
I'll talk, but I also kind of want to figure it out on my own. But I lean more towards my partner because he's lived physically with me every
Mhm.
day. So he's
Mhm.
navigating me, my son, and trying to also understand, okay, what is my girl going through that she can't even explain to me what's going on, but I'm having to carry her and our son at the same time. And my
Yeah.
son will only give him 5 minutes out of the day.
Wow.
Like my
Mhm.
son was also one of so breastfeeding, and you have a time limit before he's like, "Where's my mommy? I want my
Mhm.
mommy."
Mhm.
So I went through baby blues, postpartum depression, and then came anger. Then came the anxiety. Yes, you can have anxiety. The anger, it was slowly building up inside, but I was like, why am I so angry? I just want to throw something. I just want to
Mhm.
scream. I just want to go away, not harm my baby because I was aware, like, okay, if it's too much for me, babe, I need you to take him,
Mhm.
or mom and dad, I need you. Somebody needs to come because
Mhm.
I just can't. So I went through the anger, and it even got to the point where I threw a lot of things at the wall. Like I still have to
Mhm.
fix one of the walls that I threw something at because I just couldn't hold it in. I didn't have a safe escape at that
Yeah.
moment. So I was like, okay, well, I have this glass. I'm just gonna yank, throw it against the wall, shattered everywhere. I went upstairs, slammed the door, cried, and went to sleep.
Mhm.
So that was what my anger was. And then the anxiety is just the overwhelming thoughts. Okay, am I doing this right?
Mhm.
Is my baby getting enough milk? Um, okay, well, is he pooping a lot enough? Is he peeing enough? Am I doing this? I don't know what I'm doing. Babe, I don't, it's like, and then on top of that, you can't really get a break because he's giving everybody 5 minutes. Five
Yeah.
minutes is a good grace period. Five
Yeah.
minutes to say, oh, okay, he might like you, but no. So
Mhm.
that was like my journey. And then there were even times where not a lot of people know, but I'm sharing just bits and pieces. I'm not
Mhm.
going to share the whole story. There were tests of faith, I'm going to put it that
Mhm.
way,
Mhm.
of attacks on me, attacks on my son. and it will only happen when my man's not at the house, like whenever he went back to work. So it's like the faith was really tested, the negative energies, the negative spirits were really heavy on me
Mhm.
first. But then when they couldn't get to me, it was like, let me get to you,
Mhm.
spirit. Let me get to the one I know, your baby boy
Mhm.
who can't fight.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I had to fight for him.
Yeah.
And I can still see the visuals. I can still feel the tugs, the pulls. And that was really heavy that I had to bring. I literally had to bring my mom and dad in on that one.
Mhm.
They'll come stay at the house. Then we went to my uncle. He prayed over all of us, provided me some oils to use
Yeah.
because when that realm came into it, I was like, yeah, I can't, I can't, mom, dad, I'm tired, babe, I'm tired. I don't have any more fight in me at all.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like, I want to go. I want to
Mhm.
just, I don't want to, when I say go, it's not like, okay, well, I'm going to go harm myself. It was more so if I can go without harming myself,
Mhm. Mhm.
yes, take me.
Yeah.
But I have this baby boy who's bonded to me.
Mhm.
And that's another thing a lot of people don't talk about is your baby can be bonded to you, but you're not bonded to them. And that was also
Mhm.
me. So I have baby blues, postpartum depression, anger, anxiety. And then on top of that, I also dealt with delayed bonding. So
Mhm.
I'm having to navigate all of that and then also somehow build this bond with my
Mhm.
child that he automatically has to me. And I'm just staring at him like, yeah, you're my babe, you're my son, but why don't I feel this
Yeah.
happiness, this joy, this connection that you see on social media, you see in the
Yeah.
movies where they're crying tears of joy. They're, oh my precious. I didn't do none of that. I was just staring
Mhm.
at my son like, and something's not right with me because
Mhm.
I'm not feeling what I see out in society. So
Yeah. And
I
I think
yeah, yeah.
that's what's important about having this conversation is because there is another side of motherhood, and if you're when you're pregnant and like you said, all you see on TV are the good sides, and so you have these high expectations, and then after the birth, it's like, wait a second, like the doves are not flying in front of the window. I don't hear the birds chirping. Like what's and then you internalize it to what's wrong with me. And sometimes there is absolutely nothing wrong with you, but then there are also times when things have just shifted, when your hormones have just been displaced, and they're on overload, and so it is just a matter of being able to regulate it. But it's a lot of pressure on new moms. It's not just about, oh, what cute little pajama set can I put the baby in? Like, there's some real deal decisions that need to be made, and especially to this helpless little individual who needs you. So it sounds as though not only were you going through this chemical imbalance, you were also under a spiritual attack. So now that you are, because they didn't. He's a year now. He's a year, right?
Yes,
Yeah, he
turn two
just turned a
months.
year. Yes. So now that you're a year in, what would you say through that journey? And it's still your journey. Um, what were some of the learning experiences you had? Like, what did you learn about Jasmine?
I learned I already knew that I was strong and capable of doing a lot of things, but being a mother makes you realize you can take on a whole lot more because
Mhm.
is I don't want to say you're putting yourself on the back burner, but now you also have this new person, this new soul that you have to literally take care of and guide and grow. So strength for me, but then also the number one thing, patience,
Mm.
is what I'm learning. Is
Now,
patience.
patience for whom?
Me,
Good, good.
patience for me, giving
Yes.
myself the grace that I'm not going to have all the answers. I'm not going to do
Mhm,
everything right. I'm going to do some things wrong. And patience to also know it's okay to sit down as
mhm,
well. And that's
mhm.
something I'm learning as well too, just to sit down if and listen to my body.
Yes.
Before I was always on the go, 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 go. But now it's like you can't go. You need to sit down. Otherwise you're gonna crash or
Yeah.
your body's physically hurting, but you're still trying to move. You're still trying to do
Mhm,
stuff, and it's only gonna make it worse. Sit down. So
yeah.
that's something I'm learning.
Good. And I also hope that you learn how valuable you are. You are extremely valuable, not only to, yourself and, to the family, um, to Zayden, right? You are extremely valuable to him. You are the existence, you are what he sees. And even though he's kind of attached to you, but that just highlights your value. Not to say that nobody else has value. We love dads, we love grandmas and grandpas and all of that. But he has come as a clear indicator of how valuable and how needed and how necessary you are. And that's one of the beautiful benefits of motherhood. And unfortunately, but fortunately, you had to go through this ordeal. But it did exhibit a layer of strength, a layer of courage, a layer of fight, a layer of resilience that you may have known, but you may not have been put to the test. And I think it sounds like this journey has really put you to the test. And now you are a warrior. Like, you have accepted your armor, you've got your sword and your shield, and now you are ready to be a champion, not only continuing in your journey but helping others. So tell us about this unveiled mama. What's going on over there on Instagram? And I know you do your TikTok videos and everything. Tell us about this new journey you're taking with the unveiled mama.
Yeah, so for the new journey that I'm wanting to take on is just to be, let me say, a voice or a safe space for moms to actually talk about what
Mhm,
they're going through because I know even just talking to my mom or other family members, they were told to, oh, you're a mom, you're supposed to go through that, or
mhm,
they didn't have someone to talk to.
mhm,
So that's just really what the overall goal and journey of the Unveiled Mom is. Like I started a blog back in March of this year where I just tell my story from the very beginning. So finding out I was pregnant to the trimester struggles to what helped me during the trimesters to my natural birth to all the different layers of postpartum so people can go back and be like, I went through that too. So
mhm,
I'm not crazy or I'm not alone. There is someone that actually went through the same thing I went through, or this is really interesting because I didn't know I went through that, but this is describing exactly what
mhm,
I went through. So it's just the overall goal of that. And then the long term goals will be being guests on podcasts like this, just
mhm,
be able to talk, be on be invited to mother conventions, just talking to different moms or even young moms. I'm 32, but I know there's moms that are pregnant at 18,
mhm,
17, 16, and
mhm.
they may not have the resources or someone to just talk to.
Yeah.
And be like, so that's essentially the journey that I want to take with the Unveiled Mom. And then the social medias, they're just a book of things that I do. And then on TikTok, you actually see my life. You see the things I do with my son without showing his face, because I'm very
Yes.
private about not showing my son's face. So
Yes.
I may get some kickback on that. Like, I want to see your son. You're not going to see my son.
Right.
You'll
Right.
see the back of his head, his legs, and his toes. Or if his face is in the video, I blur it out. But
Mm-hmm.
you'll see my house look a mess one day. You'll see us going to the park. Or this morning, I just posted something on TikTok of literally my son. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and he's poking me in my eyes and climbing over me, but dad's free in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's like, your dad's right there. But
Right.
if I was in the bathroom, you'll be in the bathroom with me.
Right.
So that's just the overall journey of the unveiled mom right
I love it, and it sounds like a platform again for new mothers, women who are pregnant, but it also sounds like a safe space for you know motherhood, just mothers in general, because it is a safe space to be like, wow, is that called? Like I went through the same thing and I didn't know that that's what it was called. So it's a good platform to just get the conversation started. And so what has been the feedback you've been getting from your audience thus far?
now. Very surprisingly good feedback. Um, or they'll like agree or be like, oh, honey, just not in a negative way, like, just wait, it's gonna get better. Or my son did that too, and I wish I could just rewind it back or
Mm-hmm.
fast forward to when they're older. Or my son does that too. So it's good
Good.
feedback. And then on my Threads account, which I think it's connected to my Instagram, I do a lot of engagement. So like I can just post something like, Moms, don't you just wish you can just disappear for 24 hours, even though you still love your child? It's just a matter of recharging yourself. And it's just a bunch of moms saying, yes, I wish I could, or yes, I did that this weekend. And then I came back and it was just amazing. I felt better. I could go on another 5 days.
Yeah,
So I'm more big on the engagement aspect. Like I make sure to respond to everyone that sends a comment and just strike a conversation.
I love it. And listen, I was telling you earlier, like I too wish that I could just pause, just hit the pause button. And my babies is 22 and 19. So yeah, I to this day I still feel like I can just hit the pause button and just go somewhere and be carefree and live life and do as I please, and then come back like, okay, you can hit the pause button again. I'm back. I'm ready. That's just a safe space that we retreat to. It's not that we want to give anything up, but it's just life, right?
Hmm.
It's the managing life. It's almost like a three-ring circus. Like you got this going on, you're trying to build a career, you're trying to do this, take care of the house. Like you just feel like life is just doing just way too much. You've got these cylinders spinning all over the place, and you just wish that you had a moment to focus on one thing. Like if you can just sit and cuddle baby and not have to worry about, oh, the house needs to be clean, or I've got to submit this and I've got to do that, then you could be the best cuddler ever. But the fact that you
Right.
have other things going on, it's like, man, how do we manage? How do we multitask? So tell us what you've learned through this multitasking journey. Like, what tips would you give someone who just felt overwhelmed?
Um, just take it day by day. Like I I like a list type of person, but I'm not gonna give myself 50,000 things to do
Hmm.
in a day. I may just be like, okay, I can get these 5 done. And no, I'm not going to overwhelm myself if I just do these 5. So
Yeah.
let's just say, for example, I'm still doing laundry and
Hmm.
I've been doing laundry for 3 days. It's Sunday. I'm not doing no more laundry today. That pile of laundry in that corner is going to stay in that
Yeah.
corner. I'm just going to close my eyes and walk past it. Or the dishes may be piled up, but my son's fed, I'm fed, my man's fed, we're good. Just
Yeah.
pick a day, pick one
Yeah.
day, 2 days, and just don't worry about the tasks that you have to do. Worry about yourself and
Yes.
just sit down, relax. It's okay if everything's not done that day because you're just putting so much more stress and pressure on yourself, on your
Hmm.
body. Just relax. And if you're a new mom, I know a lot of people told me this. Don't sleep when the baby sleeps, because who's gonna do the laundry? Who's gonna do the
Hmm.
dishes? Who's gonna who? If I'm tired, if you're tired,
Yes.
take a nap.
Yes.
Especially if your baby's not mobile and they're good at taking naps. Go snuggle with your baby and take
Mhm.
a 5, 10, an hour nap, and I promise you, you'll feel good. You'll feel
Absolutely.
good.
Absolutely. So, what I gather from what you're saying is to give yourself grace, right? Give yourself grace. Everything doesn't have to be done. Creating lists, but not holding yourself to the fire if you don't get through the 50 million things on the list. Pick your top priorities. What's the main thing? Like you said, as long as everybody's eating, all right, we've done something. If you got a shower in for the day, because that was my thing, baby. If I got a shower, oh, I was winning, okay.
An
So
interrupted shower at that.
exactly, an uninterrupted one, right? So that is it is the baby steps, and I think that's a part of the healing journey that many of us to this day, yes, it's a conversation for new moms to kind of or women who have yet to have children, so you feel comfortable with however, whichever side the pendulum falls, that you're aware that this could happen. Like everything is not sunshine and roses, but the glory is still there, right? The joy will come, but sometimes it's just a little delay, and that's okay. Like we're normalizing both sides of motherhood, but it's also for people who have yet to heal, right? People who haven't dealt with the fact that they had postpartum depression. Maybe to this day, there are moms who don't feel as though they're totally bonded with their child, their children, because they experienced this. And it's time to start healing from this. So I'm grateful for you coming on and having this conversation with us. And it's the funny thing is, like, as soon as you start hearing and you start talking about it, now other people are like, girl, yeah, I had that too. It's like, well, where were you? Where were you when I was going through this, right? But I too have gone through postpartum depression. But what was unique about my situation was it was my first son, and he was 2. So most people think about it when the baby's little. Mine didn't develop until he was 2. Like I fought that thing. I fought all of these emotions. I fought everything. And it's like once he turned 2 and he was able to, express a little bit of what he needed and like once he became just a little bit more self-sufficient, that's when my mind and my body was just like fall apart. And then people couldn't understand it. Like my his father at the time was looking at me like, what's wrong with you? Like this can't be postpartum depression because he's 2. So the news to mothers, it can happen at any given moment. At any given moment, there's really no time frame. I mean, they say up till 2, but these are still your emotions. These are still your thoughts, your feelings. And if they go unaddressed, it can blow up into something massive. And so this is just a reminder for all moms. Pause, pause. Let's deal with some of these internal feelings so that we can heal. Now, if you've missed some part of this conversation, I mean, hello, we are talking with Jasmine Knight. Just so happens to be my for real cousin, but she's got this amazing book, Surviving Postpartum. And it's a small book, but it's powerful, it's impactful. And I would suggest, and listen, this might be just a little wayward thinking, baby shower gifts. You don't have to put it in the bag with all of the other little things, the pacifiers and everything, but get this as a baby shower token and just slide it to the new mom just in case. We're not speaking anything, we're not putting anything on her. We don't want her to go through it, but we want to give her an indication that if it happens, here are some of the signs and symptoms, and there's support available to you. Because most people won't run out and tell you that they're struggling.
Yeah.
Most people won't.
Yeah.
But Jasmine was courageous enough to pen her story. So tell us a little bit about this book. What would people get when they get this book?
When they get that book, they will, one, read a story, a personal story.
Mm-hmm,
So that personal story obviously is my story
mm-hmm,
of the signs, the unknowing of what is this,
mm-hmm,
to finding out what it is, to learning, oh, okay, I'm going through that right now. Just reading my personal story, and then also they'll get a letter to them that's in the book where they can go back and read it if they're just feeling down about themselves. There's affirmations in the book where you're just having a bad day. Go to page, I don't remember the page off the top of my head, but there's a pages of affirmations that you can say out loud to yourself for positivity.
yes.
There's um just a bunch of different things that they'll get depending on where they are in their journey, whether it's, oh great, I'm not the only one that's going through this or went through this, or man, it's just great to read. And it's not just for mothers as well. I've had men, fathers that
Mhm.
read that book, and they'll come back to me and say,
Wow.
man, wow, like, thank you for writing that.
Mm-hmm,
Thank you, because my wife or my girlfriend is
mm-hmm,
expecting right now, or our baby's due next month, and I got your book, and now I can look out for the signs as well, because postpartum is, it's a woman's thing that they go through, but men also need to be
yes,
educated on it as well,
yes.
because she can be so down, and you're just like, or they could be, what's wrong with you, or
Mhm.
get up, the baby's,
Right.
no, you go tend to your wife, your girlfriend, who your partner. Educate yourself, because
Yeah.
that's also important as well. But then also, you're gonna have to put some more weight on your shoulder, because you got to take
Mm-hmm,
care of your household. You have to take
mm-hmm.
care of your partner, and then now you also have to take care of your baby as well,
Yeah.
because mommy can't do it all. Mommy's
Yeah.
feeling, has all these emotions,
Yeah.
these hormones fluctuating up and down that she can't even describe to you what's going on, because sometimes we can't even describe it to ourselves of
Yeah.
what's going on. We can just simply say, I don't know what's wrong, but
Yeah.
I don't
Because you
feel,
don't. You don't know.
you don't.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like myself. And that's
Yeah.
a lot of things I would say to, even to my partner. He'd be like, well, what's wrong? What can I help with? And I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know
Right.
what's wrong. I can't tell you what's wrong, but I can tell you I'm feeling numb. I'm feeling empty. I'm feeling this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you can do to help.
Yeah.
You can either take baby for a walk, or you can, I just want you to sit right here. I don't want to hear you breathe, but I just want you to I just want you to sit right here and just be present with me. Or I have to get out this house. Even though I know I can get out the house myself, I can go walk outside, but sometimes we just want your company, but we don't
Yeah.
want you right there. We don't
Yeah.
want the hovering, the touching, because we already get that
Mm-hmm.
with
And
our
you're feeling
spouse.
exhausted by it. Yeah. Yeah.
Exhausted. The
Yeah.
overstimulation, the overwhelmingness of it. Like
Yes.
my son, I'm going to say this until probably I turn blue in the face. I feel like one of his love languages is going to be physical touch.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not a physical touch person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the being on the boob, the snuggles, the mommy, mommy, mommy.
Yeah.
I'm like, son, if you don't give me 1 second,
Yeah.
just
Yeah. No, but
please.
I'm glad you brought that conversation up, right? Because, yeah, if that's the way he's learning to express himself, and you're the total opposite, right?
Totally.
It's like the outrovert, versus the introvert, and you're like, wait, what? Like, you want to do what? Like, so it's now a conflict, and now it's pushing you, and like you said, you can feel overstimulated. This is what he needs to grow and develop, but you're like, dude, you are totally spazzing me out here, like you're the touching, the needy, like. So yeah, it's a good topic of conversation of like, what if the two are just not matching, like, and so now you're constantly pushed outside of your comfort zone for this little person who's growing and developing into their own. Like, it's a total conflict.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's a great discussion. It's a great evaluation moment, because if we don't speak on it, how can we ever explore the options rather than just hiding it and feeling bad about it? It normalizes it. And I love how you mentioned that it's not, even though it's a woman thing, it's still an us thing. It's still the partners, it's still the husbands, it's still the baby daddy, whatever. Like, it's still everybody. It's the community's issues. It's mom and dad's issue. It's the grandparents' issues. It's the cousins' issue. It's everybody's issue. If one of us has it, we all got it.
Yep.
What can we
Yep.
all do to help, to support, to comfort, to ease? And it's based off of your cueing. Tell us what we need to do.
Right. And then there's even a lot of, lately I've been seeing a lot of posts on my end where a lot of people say, is it really postpartum or is it just a lack of support? It can be both, but
Mm-hmm.
I had the support. I
Mm-hmm.
had the partner, I had my cousins, I had my two best friends. And when I say my take away the family, my best friends, they were
They
on
had
it
it
like
together.
crazy. Even one of them's 2 hours, 2.5 hours away. Before I even got home, opened the door, not there was groceries already there
Nice.
of all my favorite snacks. So she can do whatever she can do without physically being 30
Mm-hmm.
minutes away. I
Mm-hmm.
had the support. I had people praying over me. I had people texting me. If I don't respond, they'll text my partner, is she okay? Does
Mm-hmm.
she need anything? Do you guys need anything?
Yeah.
I had the support and I still had the post. I still had postpartum
Mm-hmm.
depression. I still have postpartum
Mm-hmm.
anger. So it can be the lack of support, but you can also have it with the support as well. It's
Yes.
so I don't want people to knock it. Oh, she has support, so it's not postpartum depression. It
Mm-hmm.
is. You
Yeah.
can't knock one person's story
That's right.
for nothing.
Because everybody is different. I just want to go through some of these chapter titles. Chapter 1, the moment after birth. Chapter 2, expectations versus reality. Chapter 3, postpartum detachment and delayed bonding. Chapter 4, the anger, the rage, the baby blues. Chapter 5, how it affected my relationships. Chapter 6, naming what I felt. Chapter 7, movement and mindfulness. Chapter 8, what held me. Chapter 9, a love letter to the mama, still in it. And then you give final notes for the hard days, gentle reminders, things that helped, even just a little, the affirmations to hold you, and a note from one mama to another. Listen,
Yes.
I, just small and impactful. It's a thin book. It's going to be an easy read, but it's going to be a resource. It may even become a lifeline for someone who's going through it. Jazz, is this available on Amazon? Can people get it from Amazon, or do they contact you? How do they get this book?
Yeah, so they can get it on Amazon, so it's
Mm-hmm.
available as an ebook, the
Mm-hmm.
physical copy book. So Amazon, I also have a storefront as well. I can send you that link if you
Yes.
want me to. The physical book, like the one that you're holding,
Mm-hmm.
I actually sign them and I
Yes.
can write like a little note in there
Yes.
as well, just as a thank you for one, supporting my
Mm-hmm.
business, and two, depending on who gets this book, it's just a little note in there for them.
Yes.
So Amazon, my storefront, and I can get it shipped directly to you.
I love it. I love it. Yes, put the link to the storefront if you can in the chat box, and I can share it on the screen because I want you guys to get your personal copy. Like that's just important. People know the value of having a signed copy of a book, but it's you sowing a seed into the journey. Right, it's you sowing a seed into the mission, and Jasmine has dedicated her time, right? Because we know she's multitasking. She's got this baby, she's got all these new things happening in her life. But guess what? She's devoted the time to start a conversation. And so sowing a seed into the mission is always helpful. Amazon is great. It's a quick way of getting the book, but also planting a seed into the mission to me is very, very important. So we love this. We are grateful that people are having conversations because we no longer have to hide a side of us, right? Jasmine is showing the light. She's shining the light that we no longer have to hide from our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, and what we're going through. And that is how we heal, right? That is how we heal from it all. So thank you so much, Jasmine, for your stopping by and giving us this great conversation. Is there anything that you would like to share? I want to make certain that your heart, your mind, everything is clear before you go. Any parting words?
Just thank you for the opportunity. I do also want to note with that storefront, I also have three additional products as well. They're all digital downloads. So there's the postpartum overwhelm kit. It's a 3-minute reset. So it's just a
Yes.
90-second reset where I'm talking to you. We do like a breathing exercise. You can do it in the car, you can do it in the shower, you can do it if you're hiding in the closet. Then
Yes.
there's the postpartum audio healing bundle. So I recorded three different audios depending on where you are in your journey, where you can just click that audio and I'm talking to you positively like a friend, but
Yes.
also like a real friend, not one that's just like, no, you're gonna be okay. You are, but
Yeah.
let me talk to you. And then
Yeah.
there's just the peace bundle where it's just little things that you can do throughout the day where it brings you peace. And then there's also little anonymous quotes from other moms that I've gathered
Mhm.
where they kind of share their story of what they knew, what they didn't know, what helped them. So I wanted to include that in that storefront as well. And then
Yeah.
just be easy on yourself, mamas.
Yeah.
Just take it one day at a time. It's easier said than done. It's a lot.
Mhm.
It's a full-time job. We don't clock out at
Yeah.
all. Even in our sleep, our brain is still going. So just
Yeah.
take it easy and give yourself grace.
Amen. Amen. All right. Listen, everybody, you've got the links there. Make certain you check out the shop, payhip.com/the unveiled mama LLC. This is a movement that is being birthed. You are bearing witness to it. So please make certain that you all support, support, support. Jazz, hang out for just a second. Let me give the people their marching orders. Mamas, hello, somebody. Mamas, we need this conversation. We need to normalize this conversations, not only for ourselves to heal, but for our daughters, our nieces, our granddaughters. Like, we need to normalize this conversation with the women in our family, because we walk around with these capes on like everything is grand and beautiful, but we also need to have the conversations as to what if it's not. Like, what if one day you don't wake up feeling like yourself? It's okay to have these conversations. So let's continue to support one another as we are on our Heal Her journey. Be certain to share this message out with everyone that you know, men and women included, right? We are not excluding the men in this conversation because we want them on our side. And so share, hit the subscribe button, and guess what? Don't forget to tune in to the next segment of the Black Girl Heal Her series as we continue on these healing messages. Until then, you all be abundantly blessed. Take care.